Gracewood opened its Wanda Lane campus in Southwest Houston in 2001 and expanded to include a campus in Northwest Houston in 2009. Gracewood is based on the family care program that was introduced at our sister agency, Texas Baptist Children's Home in Round Rock, in 1979. The purpose of family care was to help single mothers and their children overcome temporary family instability through residential care and other types of assistance. That purpose has never changed and is carried on at Gracewood. In Houston, families headed by single mothers are the fastest growing demographic group in the city, and many single moms and their children are in desperate need of help. This is evidenced by the fact that both campuses have been full since the day they were opened, and we often have to turn families away simply because we have no room. Our eventual goal is to open new campuses in Northeast and Southeast Houston to meet the needs of single mothers throughout the metropolitan area. Gracewood's mission is to strengthen single mothers and their children so they can live independent, fulfilling lives. We do that by promoting their spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being and providing educational and employment opportunities. There are 3 things necessary to achieving our objectives. First, we must have in place the residential facilities we need to provide homes where mothers and children can live safely and work to get their lives headed in the right direction. Mothers are around other mothers who have gone through some of the same things they have. They help each other through the rough patches that you know are always going to come up. Second, our staff is extremely important to a mom and her family being successful. At Gracewood, it starts with the family life coordinators who live in the cottages. They are there to mentor the moms, to love them, and to model a lifestyle that the moms can see and aspire to. Third, we could not do what we do without our many community partners, businesses, churches, educational institutions, and others who help provide moms with the resources they need to find better jobs or meet their educational goals as they work toward new, independent lives. One of the keys to our organizational success and the success of our moms we serve is the clear message given at the very beginning, that Gracewood isn't just a place to sleep at night. It's a real home where motivated moms can become part of a holistic approach to healing and hope. It's a place to begin again. That pretty much sets us apart from most other programs in the community. We can be successful both short-term and long-term because we are dealing with motivated single moms who can visualize a better life for themselves and their children, and who are willing to do whatever it takes to get there. As the number of single mother households continue to increase, the need for Gracewood's services will continue to be strong in the Houston market. Our challenge is to do everything we can for each mom, changing lives one family at a time, while still growing to meet the demand in the greater Houston area. Even with the staff and the facilities and the community resources we have access to, the key to our effectiveness is motivated moms who are challenged to meet goals and challenged to do what is right for themselves and their children. We work with each mom to establish a specific plan of service in 3-month increments. For instance, we had a mom who came into our program and she wanted to obtain her GED. That was part of her first 3-month plan, and she accomplished that. Then she wanted to go to college, so part of her next 3-month plan was to go to a community college and ask them, "How do I start?" They walked her through it, and she started her advanced education, and later she was able to transfer to a 4-year school. A mom might have a long-term goal of completing her college education, but it can seem a little overwhelming when you're new to Gracewood. An incremental plan of service built around first steps that can be accomplished within 3 months gives moms an opportunity to see that they are making progress toward a goal. That makes them feel good about where they are and also builds confidence. Measuring success for individual families is tied to a formalized 3-month plan of service developed by the moms and their case managers. Each plan of service is specific to the mom and to her individual goals. The plan is revised quarterly to measure achievements and progress and update goals. But there is also an everyday, every week presence in the mom's life and a bi-weekly evaluation that can be adjusted as needed. So the plan of service is a very important metric for moms while they are living at Gracewood. We also complete an admissions discharge profile upon each mom's arrival and departure and ask each mother to complete a client satisfaction survey. Because of the strength of the aftercare program at Gracewood, we're also able to help moms continue to meet their goals. They're living independently, but they are still part of the Gracewood family, and we have contact with them regularly. Information gathered informally during aftercare helps us determine whether outcomes, goals, and objectives have been achieved. Gracewood isn't right for every mother. For instance, those who are chronically unemployed, have serious criminal backgrounds, or are currently using drugs will not become Gracewood residents. In those cases, if the fit isn't there, or if chances for success are very minimal, we will work with other agencies to help the family locate the resources they need to overcome their challenges. One of the misconceptions that moms have when they first start living at Gracewood is that they might not be able to get along in a home that has 3 or 4 other families living in it. They worry about how they'll fit in and whether they'll be judged by other moms or what life will be like for their children. But one of the real blessings the mothers find is that they are around other mothers who have gone through some of the very same things they have. No matter where they came from or what life journey they've been on, they have a great deal in common with the other mothers, and they support each other. Because of the lives they've been leading, single moms have often felt isolated from other families and from society as a whole. They want friendship, companionship, and a sense of belonging, and they find that at Gracewood. Moms tell us that they become like family with the moms they share a cottage with. They have someone who can relate to what they've been through and share their experiences, their hopes, and their dreams. As for the children, the fact that mom is stable and doing well is greatly reassuring for them. One mom recently told me how well her son was doing and that his grades had dramatically improved, and he was now on the AB honor roll. When Gracewood opened its doors in 2001, it offered a program unlike anything that had been seen in the Houston community. We had a house that could provide a home for only 4 families, and we were at capacity with a waiting list almost from day one. Houston is a big city, of course, with hundreds of excellent nonprofit programs, and many of them are targeted to women and families. So our biggest challenge the first few years was to make people aware of how Gracewood was different and to position ourselves to be able to expand our services. That started to change when our efforts to build partnerships in the community led us to Homemade Houston, the nonprofit arm of the Greater Houston Builders Association. With their help, we were able to start a new campus serving Northwest Houston and remodel existing buildings on the original Wanda Lane campus. As a result, today we have room for 23 families in 5 cottages on 2 campuses. But we're still full all the time, and we still have a waiting list. Since 2001, we've had more than 100 single moms and families successfully complete the Gracewood program. Most of them have gone on to become contributing members of our community. If you were to ask about our accomplishments, our ability to build the structure for our program to meet the needs of single mothers is at the top of the list. But just as important are the families we've helped who are making Houston a better place to live and raise a family. The biggest single challenge we've faced has been to meet the enormous needs of the community. The problems are many for single mothers who are trying to raise their children in the face of an uncertain economy and looming educational challenges. It's frustrating to see so many needs in the community and not be able to address them as fully as you might like. Houston is a large population center with areas of great wealth and pockets of great poverty. We have been challenged and continue to be challenged by our ability to reach out to individuals, businesses, other nonprofits, and churches to share with them the Gracewood story and motivate them to help families headed by single mothers. As we grow, we are making progress, but not fast enough. The need is so great. This doesn't necessarily make us vulnerable financially, but it does restrict our ability to provide long-term solutions to the problems faced by single mothers. As a result, we've been working hard to raise awareness of Gracewood as a solution to an enormous social problem in this market. With Gracewood's limited resources, we have an opportunity to build relationships with community partners who share our vision for single mothers. When you look at Houston, you see single moms who are struggling every day to make ends meet and to do what's right for their children. Even though Gracewood is 5 times bigger than we were just a few years ago, we know that we're addressing a very small portion of the true need in the community. From a capital perspective, our long-term plan has always been to build new campuses in the northeast and southeast quadrants of Houston, adding to the existing campuses in the northwest and southwest. Using mostly internal resources, it will probably take us at least 10 years to make this dream a reality. Land needs to be obtained and residences built. Very generally, that could require over $1 million per campus, depending on land acquisition costs just to get the doors open. Operationally, we want to be able to expand programs to meet the specific needs of our moms. A prime example is our Family Assistance Fund, which helps moms take care of basic necessities, such as child care, while they pursue their education or working. Public funding subsidies for child care programs can fluctuate, making it very difficult for Gracewood mothers. They are challenged to find and pay for costly child care services in the face of everything else that is going on in their lives. There are thousands of households in the greater Houston area headed by single moms. Many are referred to as the hidden homeless, doubled and tripled up in the homes of friends or family members, and lack the tools needed to become self-sufficient. Too often these women go unnoticed by the general public. Because we are at capacity on a daily basis, there's only so much we can do to help them. Whenever possible, we refer moms to other community resources. But the fact is, there is no other program like Gracewood that offers residential living and a holistic approach to improving the quality of life for single mothers and their children. Even if we build additional campuses, we can't meet all of the needs of the community. We recognize our limitations, but we also believe Gracewood has a great opportunity for community outreach and awareness. Using the facilities we have and our dedicated staff, we can help single mothers wherever they are in the Houston community by bringing together resources that can provide them with the opportunities they need.